Hey guys, Germinator here. So a couple guys have asked for these, for this waterfall, 4 wide with the 4 wide door, 3 high door, or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and oblige y'all. I'm not gonna guarantee that this is gonna be a short tutorial by any means, because there is a few things going on underneath here that need to be taken care of first, which is probably gonna be the longest part. So I hope everybody can bear with me. I'm going to try and do it step by step. It is smaller and faster now. There's less delay. So let's get started building this thing. Be right back. Alright, let's build this thing. This is going to take a minute. But anyway, so if this is ground level, you would need to dig 2 down. Okay. Actually, 3 down is where you're going to place your first pistons right here to start the tutorial. Everything else is going to be up to you guys to dig out where you need to place everything, because I don't have time to really do any of that. So on top of those 2 pistons, put 2 more like that. Okay, now put a block 1 away from each one like this, with a sticky piston facing in on each side. Now you're going to run your repeaters. Put 2 coming off of each block on the side. First one on 1 tick, 2 delay, and both of them on 2 delay on each side, and then the one behind it is on no delay. Jeez, this is going good. Alright, so put 2 in front of those 2 pistons, and put repeaters in front of that on no delay, because you're going to have a torch here and here, and we're going to need to dig these 2 holes out on each side, because you would see a block underneath that, like that. So I need to put my blocks in. So you would dig those 2 out and 2 out here. Put a repeater going into that torch block on each one, with a torch behind it on the side of that block. Bam, that's done. Alright, dust. Run your dust from these repeaters running back to those repeaters, and then from these 2 repeaters running back to there. Boom, that's that right there. So put in your wall blocks right here on these pistons like that. That's going to be the color of your wall, whatever block you want for your wall. So put that in. Come back behind here. I need more space, so I need to put some more blocks right here. Alright. Because you're going to need a sticky piston even with this first repeater on that block facing this way like that. So put a block on the side of that piston with 3 repeaters coming off the back. This one is on 2 ticks of delay. Anyway, 2 delay, whatever the hell it's called. So put some dust behind those 3 repeaters. Dig that one out and this one out, and you would see it like this. So dig this hole out, that hole out, put a repeater right there on 3, and put a torch on the side of that block where that repeater is right there. And put a block on top of that torch with a torch on the side of that block. You want dust here with 2 repeaters going this way. 1 on 4, 1 on 3. Now we're going to need to dig this out. You would dig down 2. Okay? You would dig twice right here. Just imagine that there would be a 2 deep hole right here. Alright, so let me go down there and make it a reality for me here. Like that. Alright, so you would dig down 2 right here along this trench, because we're going to have a torch on the side of that block right here, and we're going to need dust below that torch running this way to there. Alright, you need to dig this out too. Sorry, right, even with that piston, dig that out too. Because we're going to have a block right there. So dig this down to you're even with that block on each side of the piston, because we're going to have a torch right there. Okay, so we want that 2 deep trench leading to a block, so that'd be only 1 deep right here with a torch on the side of it. Okay, because we're going to need to run dust from these 2 repeaters going this way to the top of that block where that torch is on the side. We don't want that cross-talking, so put a block right there to cut it off. Bam, that's done. So below this torch, you're probably going to have to dig down another one because we need to block it right there, leading it this way. So that'd be ground level for you. Whatever. So you need that there because we're going to need to put a torch on either side of these two pistons, right there and there. And we're going to have power run to these torches to cut them on and off for the pulse. So we need to run some dust up to them. So stare it down from those two torches, like that, to there and there. Okay. Hopefully y'all are savvy enough to figure that out. All right. So run some dust from the bottom of those torches going this way to the bottom of those torches, so they're connected up like that. And then just run it to that torch, like that. And it'll pull it all down. Now, for the purposes of this, what we need this to do, we need some pistons here, even with these side pistons, to make a trough to catch the waterfall when it splits. So we're going to need a piston here facing upwards, just to the side of that block where the redstone is, and a piston here facing upwards. So it'll be up even with the floor level whenever the door is closed, but whenever the door opens, it'll drop down and create a space to catch the water when it splits. Anyway, so run some blocks like that off from those pistons going this way, because we're going to eventually have dust here to hook to run power to that. So go ahead and do that. You can run it this way as well. Anyway, we'll get to that later. So we need to make sure this thing works. So come back over here to this input. This is your input to those extenders. So put a repeater right there leading into these three redstone and put a torch on it. And boom, they all four pop up. This is your 4 block of your doorway right here. So take it away, make sure it pulls it all back down, put it back, puts it all back up. So we're good to go here. This is what we want. So now we want to put in the rest of our doors. So leave it powered on. Okay, make sure this torch is on, everything's powered, these 4 blocks are up in the air, everything looks good to go. Alright, so now that you have that, let's put in our floor. Boom. Everything's there. And again, leave this powered on. We just need some space to work here. So bring your floor out. And make sure we're doing it on top of all this circuitry right here. We want this to be the inside of our waterfall over here. So this is going to be the inside of it. So there, we got our floor in. So now we need to put our other pistons in for our secret doorway. So starting right here, even with that piston, count 2 out. And that's where you're going to put your first piston facing inwards on each side. That'll be a guide for you to start your doorway here. So then you're going to have 2 pistons behind that facing in, and we're going to go 3 high with them. Like that. So just do the same thing on each side. Boom, 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 boom. Not like that, like that. And then a regular secret doorway, 3 high. Put your blocks in. And then we're going to wire this up. So coming from, let's start on this side. Okay. For some reason this matters, so start on the left side over here. Put 2 blocks on top, and then you're going to do a 2 wide stairway leading downwards. Like that. Okay, so going downwards like that. So put repeaters on the back, set to 4. Both of them set to 4. And then on the inside of this block, place 2 torches like that. And come up top of that, where this piston get pushed out, on top of that piston, place a block, and then lead it up 1 like that. And then this needs to be 4 long, so 4 right here. Place a torch on the back of that with redstone leading down to that block. Now right here on the side of this block, bring this out and over one on each side. Place a repeater here and here. This one's set to 4, this one's set to no delay, with redstone behind that. Now come in front of that and lead this up one like that. Take that out. And we're going to need a 3x2 platform here with dust on all 6 blocks, like that. Bam, that one's done. Now we just need to lead the dust coming from this torch to those repeaters. So underneath that torch, we need a block like that, and then we need to go down one, and then right there on that repeater. So run your dust from that torch down to there, and it'll pull all that back except for that one. Don't worry about that. Where is my bed? I'm going to go sleep right now. Holy shit, I was waiting here. I hate this day-night shit on the Xbox. But anyway, so it's hard for tutorials. So, alright, we're awake. Let's go. This is going to be like a 30-minute video, I swear to God. Alright, so that's all done. Don't worry about that right there. Take that block out. And take that block out. Why? Because I said so, I guess. Anyway, so we need to wire the other side. So go right here out behind these 3. Same thing, stare it down. And like that. Repeater is on the bottom steps, set to 4. With torches on the inside blocks, like that. Now come right here, put a block on top of that piston, lead it up. 4, torch, dust, block below that torch, and stepping down to those repeaters like that. It'll pull that back except for that one. Don't worry about that. Let's put in the top piston. So right here on each side where that redstone is leading down to that block, we're going to place a piston facing inwards on each side. Now on top of that we need 4 pistons facing down. I put a block on each side of that. Now what do we have to do? We need to lead the signal. Okay, so this is the input on each side for each side of the door. Is this top redstone right here. So let's go to this block right here where the torch is on the side, and we're going to need to step this down 1 and then bring it out 2 like that. Now lead it this way, just step it down 3 steps. Okay. And now we're going to bring it this way now. So step it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Bam. That's a long motherfucker. Anyway, so put a repeater there. Dust leading down those steps. Like so. Do the same thing for this side. This block with the torch on the side. Bring it down, out to 1, 2 steps. So 3 going down. Repeater right here. Dust leading down. Same as that side, alright? So you're going to step this down, not like that, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Boom. Dust leading down. So now we're going to just bring these that way with the repeater there and a repeater there. Connect this all up. Alright, before we connect this to the power right here where this torch is, we need to run power to these 2 pistons right here. So the way I do it is just put a repeater here going into that power for these 2 pistons for the trough, and run some dust going this way. Simple. Run it. We're gonna just run it to this block, I guess. like that. And we're going to need a repeater going that way to pull the power out from that and then to connect that up. Alright, so there's our power going to our trough. Now we just need to take the power from this torch. We're going to need to connect to this later, so we need to get power to this line of redstone right here going along this walkway. So put a repeater going that way from the torch, dust, and then a simple block step leading down with dust like that. Alright, boom, we should have everything closed up. Come back around the front and put a block there, and a block there, and a block there, and a block there. Okay, so we want this powered on, but let's try it out and make sure everything's good. Let's take the torch away. Alright, we can see the door just opened all the way up. So that's what we want. And our troughs went down on each side, okay, to catch the water. So we want it to open up and our troughs to open up as well. And when we power it on, put the torch back, we want everything to close up, and we want the floor to be level again. So there we go. So leave it powered on when you're filling this in. This is very important. Leave it powered on when you're filling this in. So let's bring our floor out. There's a nice floor. I like that. So our troughs, this is as wide as the water comes down, and it's going to come down and hit on these 4 blocks right here. Our troughs are right here to catch the water for when it splits. So start your half slabs one away from that on each side. And let's bring the floor out one more to make it nice. So start your half slabs there, bring it this way. And you can bring this out as far as you want. I mean, I guess there's no limit there. So there's that. And this should be done now. So let's just leave it powered on, of course. Leave it powered on. It's very important. Put in your blocks for your wall. And just bring it on up like this. Let's just go until we're even with that top line with the 6 dust on top like that. Because we're going to just work off that. We're going to put some blocks going like this on each side of that dust. Alright, because we're going to have and go ahead and put 2 blocks there and bring this up and out this way. Because we don't want to mess with this redstone right here. So let's just do that. Alright, build that. Put a repeater here and here with 2 dust lines behind it like that. Okay, now you're going to, on top of these 2 blocks, put a repeater here and here with 1 line of dust behind it like that. Now we need to put a block in front of each repeater like that, and we're going to go ahead and put a block there and there behind those 2 dusts right there. Let's put our pistons in. This is obviously going to be our double piston extender, so we need a piston there and there, there and there, and then we're going to need a piston like that, and then pistons like that, like that. Alright, so there's our double piston extenders. Now we just need to get power to these with the right timing. So right here, starting below those double piston extenders on the sides, build a 3 wide platform coming out. Let's go ahead and do that for both sides real quick. So alright, so like that. And then you're gonna have 2 repeaters going into this back. No, that's wrong. 1 repeater going into the back one and 2 repeaters going into the middle one. Okay, go ahead and put a block in front of all these pistons. Alright, so 2 going into the front one and 1 going into the back one. The front one is on 4, the back one's on 3. That one has no delay. So just hook your redstone up to that and lead it down to there on each side. So 1 on the back one, 2 on the front one, 4, 3, dust leading down. Alright, so now we're going to need to wire these top ones. Same thing, build you a platform that's 3 out on each side. And then same thing, 2 in the middle, 1 on the back, 2 in the middle, 1 on the back. The one in the middle is on 4, 3 on the back, dust behind those, 4, no delay on the back one, 3, dust behind those. Now we just need to get this line of dust to that line of dust. So the way I do it is I just go like that, and dust, dust. Same thing, boom, boom, dust, dust. Anyway, so there's that. To test this out, your input would be right here to this block. So bring this out too. Put a repeater right there with a torch behind it. We can see that they all 4 extend out. Okay, now take the torch away, and they all go back in. So there's our double piston extenders. So we have our door, our troughs to catch the water, and our double piston extenders put in. Now we're just missing the water and the water cutoff. So let's put that in next. I will be right back.